31 straight games now. That was the starting point of his breakout, which took place against the Jaguars Week 14 of 2019. So perhaps not a major surprise that Tennessee once again ran the football effectively.
Do you have any inkling of which of the teams, like from last year, in Indianapolis, obviously 2-4, starting to maybe climb out of a hole they dug themselves, although they've got a really tough schedule ahead for the remainder of this regular season. Any teams in either conference that you think may be off the radar that are going to work their way back into the radar by the end of the season?
I think if it's a team, it's someone in the AFC, and I think it makes some sense for those teams. You know, I think that, as you mentioned, Steve, the schedule is difficult going forward. The favor they have is that they play in what might be the weakest division in the NFL right now. Tennessee 4-2, and Colts at 2-4, and then Jaguars and Texans both at 1-5. But I do see some toughness from Indianapolis. No surprise, you guys both have played in coach Frank Reich, and oftentimes teams take on the personality of their head coach. He's a pretty resolute guy. He's been down 32 points at halftime and come back and win. I think that's sort of a mindset he's kept as a coach. And you may only need to win 9 or 10 games to win that division. A big one for them on Sunday night. If they can get a win over the 49ers in prime time, I think the narrative surrounding Indy changes as they waxed the Texans this past weekend. They should have beat the Ravens Monday night before that. They can get a win over San Francisco. We might be saying to ourselves, all right, they're a lot closer than we envisioned.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into the ultimate fantasy lineup for you, Field, here for Week 7. It is a tough week because there's a lot of teams with really high-profile fantasy players who are on the bye. Bills among them, Chargers, Cowboys. You really got to mine the field a little bit more this week, don't you?
Guys, it is unlike any week that I can recall. And I know that we've had 6 teams on a bye in previous years, but this is a week in which you not only have 6 teams on a bye, but you mentioned it, Chris, I mean, some heavy hitters. You multiply that by the fact that